Hi guys, my name is Crystal and you're watching Budget by the Bag. In today's video, we are doing part 3 of our different budgeting journeys. We are going to go over my budgeting method. So grab a snack and a drink and let's get started. The first sheet I want to talk about is facts. This is not meant to brag. This is to share with you where we're at in our stage of life as a family. So the first fact, we are a family of 3. Number 2, we are debt-free, no mortgage, car loans, student loans, and consumer debt. I have been with my husband for 14 years, and we have been able to cut back on having a mortgage, 2 car loans, 2 student loans, and credit card debt, which was all mine. Number 3, we have a joint account for all family expenses. That includes anything we need for Jacob. It's one account for those expenses. Number 4, we have disposable income for investing, save, and spend after we take care of all the family expenses. We currently have 2 years worth of expenses saved up in cash. The reason why we have that was because of 2008 and 2009. We're both in the oil and gas industry, and both of our companies were doing multiple layoffs. It was a bad time, and we at that time did not have enough money saved for expenses. So we were sweating every time a layoff was happening, whether it was for his company or my company. We've changed that. We have 2 years worth of expenses in cash. Another reason why we have that is because, say one of us went into a coma, we would have enough money to take care of our house, our expenses, Jacob. This is kind of like our little safety net. Okay. Number 5, we have separate accounts with money after all of our family needs are taken care of. What do I mean by that? So we have a joint account for all our family needs, wants, expenses. However, my husband and myself have separate accounts for disposable income. What does that mean? If my husband wanted to go and spend $1,000 on tools, he can go do that. He would just take the money out of his separate account and go buy it. If I wanted to buy a gold bracelet for $500, I can do that out of my account. We have been doing this ever since we saw the Susie Orman show. It has worked for us. It may not work for you, but I wanted to share our current status. So these are the facts about us. In the next sheet, I'm going to go over the method. Just so you know, the salary isn't actual. I want to respect my husband's privacy, and so you're going to see the salary as example, but you will see some of the expenses that we have calculated for the year, and I'll explain in the next sheet. Okay, so this sheet represents what we go through at the end of each year for the following year. What do I mean by that? Well, we look at our gross salary. We look at how much he brings in for a salary and myself. These aren't actual numbers, but I wanted to share the method with you. We look at it as a gross basis, and then we calculate a ratio. How much does person A bring in for income and person B? In this example, 63% for person A and 38% for person B. Then we have our net pay. Now the net pay is after we both pay taxes through our employer. We both contribute to 401k. My husband does pay for dental, vision, and medical. He has a HSA, for the medical side. I pay for disability, but it's like $1 or $2 a month. So the net pay represents the money we are bringing home. On the left side, you're going to see monthly bills. Now, each year we go through, okay, what bills have we had? What was the average? Do we want to increase it? We also want to input anything that we didn't allocate for from the previous year and insert it for the new year. In this example, you will not see a mortgage or a car note. That is the fact for 2022. Now, if we happen to build this house in 2023, you will see that there will be a mortgage payment here. But for now, there's not. Car note. I used to have a $645 car note that ended in December of 2021. We used that money to save for the furniture. So I'm going to put that in here because in reality, we are saving that money for our furniture for the house. And hopefully you don't hear my family in the background and you just only hear me. Okay, so these are different categories. We make sure we have enough money in the joint account for house insurance. Every January, we are paying anywhere from $1,300 to $1,400 for our house insurance. So we make sure in the account we have the money set aside for it. Flood insurance. Now we live in Texas. We are not on a floodplain. However, Harvey scared us. And so since Harvey, we have decided to buy flood insurance. And that's $50 a month. Electricity. We increased our electricity from 150 last year to 200 this year. And I am so glad we did that because our highest bill so far in 2021 has been $190. Now, I like to have a little buffer. So there are months where it was maybe 140, 150, but we leave that money in the account in case we go over in another category. I love buffers and we just want to make sure we have enough money in the joint account. Gas. Gas used to be anywhere from $20 to $22. This year, we've increased it to $40. And as you know, things have gone up and gas is one of them. Pest control. Every 3 months, our house is serviced for pest control. I think it's about $120, but we put $45 in a month just so that we have enough money for those quarterly visits. Next is water. We put in $150. Now that will probably increase in 2023, but for 2022, it's $150. I think we had maybe 140 at one point. So we will increase it for 2023. Gym. My husband goes to the gym. I like to work out at home. So we have like a used elliptical, some weights and stuff like that. So $40 for the gym. Streaming. That used to be cable and used to be $100. But because we cut cable out and we have Disney Plus and Hulu, and I forgot one more streaming, it's $50 a month. Cell phone. Now, in 2022, we were budgeting just for my cell phone plan. My husband has a cell phone, but his company pays for it. As of October, Jacob has joined our plan, and our plan is going to be roughly $150. So in 2023, we will be budgeting about $150 to $160. We like to have a buffer. And for this example and for this year, it's $100. Groceries. Now we budget $200 per week. You will see $850 a month because there are 2 months out of the year where there's a 5th week. So we like to have enough money to account for those. Jacob, we put in $50 a month. He has school, such as if he has to buy a school t-shirt, if he has an event, he's in band, so of course we have, band t-shirts, stuff like that. So we have a category for. Next is miscellaneous at $100. That's just a buffer, just in case we didn't account for something in this budget that we end up paying for in 2022. Next is entertainment. We tend to stay home a lot, but there are times where we want to get out, go watch a movie, maybe go to a birthday party and do like car racing, stuff like that. So we do have entertainment, and it's $200 a month. Dining out. Dine out, we spend probably $100 a week. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. For 2023, I have an idea that's going to go up to probably $500. Car maintenance, $75. It is low because my husband does a lot of the work on cars. He does my oil change for all 3 cars. He rotates. He does the brakes. Anything that he can do, he will do on his own. So that is why car maintenance is fairly low. So as you can see, it's about $3,100 to $3,200 worth of monthly expenses. So now we come over here to the monthly breakdown person. This is where the ratio comes into play. Each person is going to put whatever ratio they have towards the monthly expenses. So person A has 63%, and 63% of the 3,120 is $1,950, and then person B is closer to $1,200, which equates still to $3,120. Now this has worked for us for many years now. This is the way we do it. You may do it a different way, maybe during the 50-50 split with your significant other, or maybe you're a single parent and you're 100% in this ratio. Whatever the case may be, you do what is best for your family. And for us, this method works. We only have to budget once a year, and we know exactly how much we are putting in our joint account. So I want to take the time to say thank you for watching this, learning about how we do things in this family. I hope this is very helpful to you. And if you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll try to answer them the best that I can. All right, guys, I hope you have a nice day or night, depending on where you're at. Bye.